Hello Leo, welcome back to my channel if you're a returning subscriber. If you're new to the channel, thank you for coming. I hope you enjoy it as a general reading. So aspects of it may apply to you, or it could apply to somebody else that you are connected to at this time. You could see this parts of it playing out in their life, but just see what resonates for you. If you like to cross-watch to other videos to track certain aspects of your chart, perhaps the placement of your Venus or your ascendant, then you can have a look at my other videos and get further insight and information. I use the 12 houses of the zodiac, and so I shuffle them and I pick out 3 houses of influence this month, and then same thing for the astrological guidance, and then for the goddess guidance associated with each of these areas. So as I said, I've shuffled, laid them all out, and so let's see. Please don't forget to like and share, or like and subscribe, as this elevates the videos for other people to watch and get further insights from. Okay, so your first house of influence is the 6th house. This house is the house of your working life, your daily routines there, just your normal daily routines anyway, but it is also your working life, your workplace, your work colleagues, and everything to do with that. It's also mastery of your craft. If you don't actually physically go to a workplace, then it's the mastery of your craft, whatever it is that you do. The 6th house also rules your health, well-being, and your lifestyle. So health and diet, all of those things are integral to the 6th house. It also rules it's also the house of pets, so if you have any pets. So now with this house being here, this is going to be a sort of an aspect for you. Any one of those areas, or it could be a particular area, but let's see now. So we have here, underneath we have Saturn return age. So this is a very strong card. This is a very much a wake up and face it card, a realistic look at things card. That's what the energy brings in. Saturn is like that. Saturn will bring up everything for you that has not been serving you, or no longer serves you any longer. And anything that's built on a kind of a wobbly or a shaky foundation won't stand up under the gaze of Saturn. So I feel what this is going to be about is, because it's the return, this normally indicates a period of you looking back with hindsight at your life. It doesn't matter where you are in your life. It can be something that happened last year, or in the last few years, or it could be 20 years ago, 30 years ago, whatever. But it normally, Saturn does a return. In most people's lifetimes, it's about twice. Normally at the age of about 29, 30, and then again at about 56 or so, or 58. So normally around about 58, just really start to feel it. So, but it's the energy that's coming in for you on this. So this is it can have the energy of could've, should've, would've, or what was I meant to do, or what should I have done, or what could I have done. And there's a certain element of frustration in that, because you're looking back and thinking, well, this just didn't, I don't know, this didn't work for me, or however you're looking at it. It's also taking responsibility for things that didn't work, and why they didn't work, and what your part was that you played in that. So it can be quite a difficult period to be going through, but it can also be just something that happened in the past that's coming back now for you to look at it again. But this is very purposeful and very necessary, because what it does is it allows you to look at that, whatever occurred, with fresh eyes now. And now you are able, that there's freedom in that. You are now able to look at that and think, okay, well, I couldn't ever get to that thing in my life, or I couldn't ever do that in my life before, because I had this going on. You perhaps have had other goals, other responsibilities, or other things going on, and now is the chance for you to look at it again and think, okay, how can I rework this to give me the freedom of choice now? How can I rework the situation so that I can free myself to move forward in the direction I do really want to go in, or what I feel I deserve now, or what I feel I should have done. So there's quite a lot of freedom in that, because you take responsibility in that moment, and as soon as you do that, then you start to take steps to change it, and it's a release and redirect. That's what this card is about. So you release the energy that has been put on that for so long. You release the energy on that and you redirect it into something which is going to be better for you, which is going to be purposeful for you, or has meaning for you, or is more appropriate for you at this time in your life. So, but it is a face-it card. There will be some aspects of the things which you will have to come to terms with. But it also is a very long, hard look at everything. You may have to trim certain things. You may have to cut back on certain things. But it's all a case of shaping things to fit what you want. And it's about laying foundations for your future, where you want to go in the future. So this, as I said, it's coming up to do with everything to do with work things. It's also your daily routines, but it's also your health, your diet, and your well-being. Something in that, or both of those, have been affected in some way, shape, or form. And now you are having a really realistic look at things, weighing it up, and making decisions about what you want to do. Some of these things may be forced on you. It may be a little bit of a difficult or a tough period. But if you do the work, if you put the work in on yourself and on whatever it is that you're busy with, if you put the work in on, actually apply yourself 100%, without necessarily receiving recognition for what it is that you are doing. This is a very personalized, specific thing. Saturn is a bit of a taskmaster, so it's not going to be an easy thing that you have to sort out here. But once you apply yourself 100% to accept, but acceptance is important, apply yourself, then you will start to see the results of what you're doing. But it's just that growth period that you go through to get to that. Now, coming with this, often when you do reflect on things from the past, we have Kuan Yin, compassion, release judgments about yourself and others, and focus on the love and light that is within everyone. So this is very, very pertinent at this time in our lives. This is affecting the entire planet right now. Releasing judgment on yourself, how you have behaved in the past, or what things that you did in the past, or a kind of lifestyle that you were living in the past. Forgive judgment of yourself, because that is the first step to creating a new direction or a new path. So release judgments on yourself and release judgments on others and the parts they may have played in whatever went down or are currently playing. But remember, this is something that's coming back to you. So I feel it's you looking back. You don't want to spend too much time in the past. You want to look at something with hindsight. You need to get the lesson from it, but you need to move forward. So leave the past in the past, but deal with it, address it, and release yourself from that. Release your energy and redirect. But with that is going to be a certain level of compassion and forgiveness. Look at things with fresh eyes. It's never too late to address certain things which you may have handled. In your current view, you may have handled it badly or just didn't go down well. It's never too late to address that and sort it out. So, but really have a compassionate mindset for yourself, first of all, and then you can bring it out of yourself to others, and work with what you've got now to move yourself forward. And it's a very gentle, very loving energy, very universal energy. And this is compassionate for all things, everything in your environment. And that is what a great many people are actually dealing with right now. Then the second house of influence is the 11th house, friends. The 11th house is about friendships. Yes, it is. But it's also about contacts, networks, any kind of group activity that you have been involved in. So it's you in some sort of an endeavor with others, whatever it may be. It could be work-related, or it could be personal, or just online groups, or any kind of association or society or club, anything like that. Whatever you have been partaking in. The 11th house is also very much about your personal hopes and dreams, your wishes, visions of the future. It's also your hobbies and interests. And it also covers global things like global consciousness, social reform, global causes, and also trends and currents in society, which is very much prevalent at the moment. So it could be any one of those areas, or bits of each one of those areas which are coming up for you at this time. But it's quite a broad house, but it has got a sort of a universal aspect to it. But it does cover your personal hopes and dreams, and also your hobbies and interests as well. Now, underlying that, we have Moon, Soul. So this card is a very emotive card. This is all about your emotions. It's also about your habits. As I said to you in the beginning, this is a general reading, so it may apply to a friend that you have currently, and you're seeing this. You're either interacting with them at this level, or you're seeing it in their life, or you're seeing it as a global concept or group of friends or whatever. Or you are changing your groups that you're part of, or friendships. But this is a very emotive, it's all about emotions, it's all about instincts and your gut feelings, and going with those, following those in all things. But it does involve a certain amount of introspection, going within, and going into the sort of quieter parts of yourself, contemplation, meditation, whatever it is, or just spending time on your own to process your feelings. That's very important with the moon energy. But it's everything to do with your emotional life comes up with this. It's also the card of memories. So you may be looking back at the past, because everything's changing now. So you may be looking at the past and thinking, oh, things were so much better before. Or having sort of slightly rose-tinted views of how things were before. But really the world is changing now. Opportunities to grow and to change and make things better is at the greatest it's ever been. So really this is about your habits as well. What can you change now to make your world, your environment, your home a better place? And there's a lot of feeling, emotions may be high right now. So there's quite a lot of that going on. There may be a female influence here as well, because the moon is a feminine influence. You may have grandmothers or mothers, or a feminine influence which is coming in here, or it could be a friendship, as I said. So everything to do with that, or it could just be the feminine energies coming in now. It could also be that, the social reforms and global consciousness is, the feminine is rising, so it could be something to do with that. It could also be that something that has been hidden is now coming up, or now being seen under the light of the moon. All right, so you could be seeing things very differently to what you have seen before. All of this could be coming up with this card. The goddess guidance is Butterfly Maiden, transformation. You are experiencing enormous change right now, which brings great blessings. So as I said, embrace the changes that are going on. You could be changing your friends, you could be changing your groups that you're a member of, perhaps the way you have been living your life, or the way certain things that you have been part of are just no longer suiting you anymore, or you are now moving into a greater awareness, which is what transformation brings in for you. It's awareness of self and how you interact in your environment. So you're going to be going through quite a metamorphosis, your awareness is changing. All of us are experiencing that. All of our awareness is being raised. It's part of ascension. So really it's up to you how much you want to do. But there is quite a lot of transformation going on that's affecting you in your 11th house. And as I said, emotions are going to be high, and this could be an emotional transformation as well. You could be becoming much more sensitive, much more intuitive, much more cognizant of things around you. You may be picking up intuitive insights and applying them into your world, or using your feminine side. We all have the masculine and the feminine side. You could be tapping into that more now, and carrying it forward into everything that you're doing in the 11th house. But a great deal of transformation here is for you, and this is a great thing because it's bringing in blessings for you. Then third house of influence here is actually the second house. So this is a practical thing. The second house is about your money, your income coming in, however you earn your income, but it can also be about your self-worth and about your values, what you value. And this may be, as I said, changing now with your 6th house and your 11th house, all of this transformation going on. You're going to be seeing things very differently right now. Saturn too, taking responsibility, and Moon, you're looking at things from a much deeper emotional depth. So all of this you're weighing up. You're weighing up currently what is working for you, what isn't working for you. All of this is tied to your self-worth, and it's tied to your values, what you value in yourself and what you value in others, and what you value in your possessions, because this is the house of possessions as well. So everything you own, whatever you own, your cars, your houses, your your products in your environment, everything. And it's taking ownership of things as well. It could also be land, everything to do with land or property, anything like that comes in under the second house. But it is essentially a money house or to do with that. And that also does directly affect your self-worth and your values. Or you could have self-worth and value systems being challenged at this time. At the bottom we have Leo, I will. So you are a Leo. This is actually, I feel, very positive influence coming in for you. Because it's in your second house, you need to just be a little bit careful though with this, because with this energy, it's a very generous, very luxurious energy, love of luxury, love of spending, and anything to do with that. So just beware, be careful at this time that you are not slipping into splashing out on things that you perhaps do not need right now at this time, because this is a time of reassessment. And a great many people are simply doing it without certain luxuries because they're not quite sure where they're headed or how things are going to pan out or when they can get back onto some sort of even keel. So just be aware of that. But this card could also be about your creativity coming to the fore, because it is a very creative card. Something could be coming up for you. You could also be in the media or in the spotlight in some way, or receiving recognition in some way. So what I'm saying is you're going to be noticed, or you have to stand up and be counted in some way. So your opinion matters, but your creativity is going to be strong with this card. Children may be involved as well, or the youth as well. But it's something to do with that, and it's creating opportunities for you. But you may just be in the spotlight, as I said, or you may have to push yourself to stand up and be counted in some way. That's going to matter. And it's also about honor and strength. So you may just need strength at this time with certain things that are going on around you. The goddess guidance at the top is bust, independent. Your independence is a foundation for your strength and success. So with this card, exactly that, what it's saying to you. So because this is a money house and it's to do with your self-worth and your values and so on, you may just be having to have a little think about this at this time, your independence. You may need to spend some time on your own to just reassess what direction you're going on. And your ownership of things. Do you really need all the luxuries and the frivolousness that you may have equipped or gathered in your lifestyle? It may have been completely appropriate at one time in your life, but is it now? So it's a reassessment going on. How can you redirect your income or your energies or your values now into a way which is going to be satisfactory for you, which is going to be sort of seen as being honorable and having integrity and so on. So look at all of those, have a look at that whole thing. But maintaining your independence is important, however that is. And, that gives you your foundation for success, which is what this card is saying. So don't allow that to be taken away from you. Even if you have to trim back on certain things to maintain your independence at this time, then make sure that you do that, and redirect certain things in your environment. You may have to change your ownership of certain things. Perhaps you need to now purchase a place of your own, or a piece of land, or something to give you independence from a previous situation. Just redirect whatever it is to equip yourself to create a really good, strong foundation, which is what the Saturn card was also about as well. And the reason why I bring up property and land and so on, and social consciousness and global consciousness, is you do have here the bottom of the goddess deck Mawu, which is Mother Earth. you are called upon to help with environmentalism. So it may be that somewhere in your world there's room for this now. And as I say, buying a property or a piece of land and living sustainably and looking at ways to live sustainably, even if it's just in your home, recycling, using earth-friendly products. Look around. What is it that you can do to improve the way you live on the earth? You need to be lighter than how you have been living. We all have to do that, all right? So look for ways to either support environmental projects or to change the way you are living so that you are contributing to lighten the load on Mother Earth, all right? It's the only planet we've got where we're living currently, our current reality, so we need to make it better. And nature is taking a breather at the moment during lockdown. So have a think about the ways and means that you can improve how you are living on the earth and what you can contribute in that regard. And then also the bottom of the astrological deck is Jupiter Abundance. So this is a blessing or some kind of abundance coming in for you at this time. It can be money, but it can also be some sort of breakthrough or good luck or like an idea or support from somebody. Or it could be strength in a really difficult situation, or faith even, or just some kind of something that is unexpected. It's quick and it comes in, some opportunity even, just something which is going to answer something for you. The thing is with Jupiter and this energy, it does come in very quickly and it can go just as quick. So whatever opportunity, or you'll recognize it when it comes in, you need to anchor it down. So you need to work at it to bring that energy in and anchor it into your world. So move quickly on it when it comes in, whatever it may be, and harness it. So it's a really lovely energy to be having, but it could be very quick and unexpected, but it will be very welcome, and be grateful. And also it may be that you need to be a bit more generous with certain things. Whatever you receive, if you receive a blessing or an abundance of some sort, spread it around a little bit. Just don't go overboard with the Leo energy. Put it to good use. And spread it around, but certainly whatever the opportunity is or whatever the abundance is that's coming for you, it's kind of like an answer to a prayer that you may have had, or something you just really need at this moment, and enjoy it, but you will need to work at it to hone it so that it comes, so that you can bring it into your world and actually anchor it down. Okay, Leo, I hope you enjoyed that. Please don't forget to like and share, or like and subscribe, and take care, and I will see you next time.